Hi there and good evening. I thought I would be going live with you on Monday, and then that didn't happen, and again today, and it didn't happen, and yesterday, and I thought, right, I'm going to go live tonight. Yesterday at 3 o'clock here in the UK, it was the new moon. So I sat and I've started a little book here. It's even, you can't really see it 'cause the light where it's nighttime, it's all moon shimmery silver as well, in reference to what Chloe and I were doing at our sound baths, and the little pack that she has, her intention session, which is lovely, that I did before. And I spent yesterday writing in, going over specific dreams, big, and my intentions for the month. It's as of 3 o'clock yesterday, and the next sort of 48 hours is crucial in the time that you want to set. Although it would have been good time over the weekend to be thinking about what you wanted to set. I kind of had in mind what I wanted to do. Oh, we're going to have a little friend here with me. I'm sorry about that, but I want to spend the time with you guys, and going over and doing this now. And I couldn't get the Facebook to go live, so I'm recording this so that I can then share it with you straight after. Apologies for those that are waiting for Rachel's video from last week, and why you hadn't got Helen's until yesterday, but I'm still learning and I'm getting there, and I'm really realising actually I'm starting to get to grips with it, and doing it in different programs, and we're getting there. So Shui and I are going to sit and do a little new moon meditation with you. I had hoped to ask you, so if you want to pause the video and to get a mirror, I'd like to do a little bit of mirror work with you, and you can go over what it is that you'd like to, or pause and maybe have a little think what you want to do for this next 12 between now and the new moon and the full moon. But also this time of year we're sort of talking about our vision boards, and I've got my last year's one behind me, and if you see the thing, you can see it's all in reverse, but behind that, or right next to it, is my sort of battle board of Swiss cheese, over there, of the little bits and pieces that I have planned for the next year. And you can't see it just off camera. There's another one that was for September, October, November and December, and that's more goal setting and business light board. But with my dream board, or my wishing board, or vision board, because I've been making the packs for you guys to buy, I've obviously gotten more and more intentional on how I could guide you and how I can make it clear for me. If this little one would let me put him down, very clingy at the moment. Yeah, I'll try. It's like, I want cuddles. Then we could perhaps go over some of the things that I've for you might want to think about for your intentions. So to give you a little taster, I have this one, it's my little one, my notes on my edits that I was doing. He's going to be back again in a minute, so please excuse the cat. To be, do and have, what is it that you want to be, do and have, and what do I mean by that? I want to be and do and have. I don't want to kick you out. He's like, I want to have cuddles, mummy. He knows what he wants. Health and fitness, leisure and hobbies. So when I say leisure and hobbies, it comes under, and there's another one I've got for experiences, family, wealth and finances, friends, purpose, spirituality, work and career, home and your environments, learning, personal development, partners and love life. And what do you want to be, do and have in all those areas? What type of person do you want to be? And maybe when you're, because if you're just having set for this month but setting intentions for the next year, as we go through, I'm going to be, if you're joining me for the workshop, we'll go through that in more detail, and we will do that. but I want you, if you're going to join us, to kind of start thinking about that and the intentions for this month of where you're at and assessing where you're at, which is what we also do in the packs. If you want to go there, move the keyboard out this way. And so when we do the meditation, if you've paused and you've got your mirror, I want you to look in the mirror. I want you to look at yourself, and I want you to think, one, sometimes people find this hard with mirror work, to say I love you and to know that you are enough. Regardless of what you have in your life or what you want to have in your life, you will always be enough. And it's not just me telling you that. If you stop and you pause and you close your eyes and you go inside and you reflect, your inner being will tell you that. Instinctively, I'm sure you know that. Whether you're religious and it's to reading in the Bible that God's telling you that, if you're using the words of universe or source, it doesn't matter. Knowing that you are more than enough, and that presence of God, source, inner being, soul, or even just knowing an inner knowing that you are, to connect with that. And then, as I always say, and that's when you start to quieten the ego and connecting, getting out of the head and into the heart, and think about what kind of person do you want to be? What do you want to have? What kind of experiences do you want to have in your life? And what do you want to do? What kind of interactions do you want? So those are the intentions. When you bear that in mind when you're setting your intentions for this month, as I will do with mine, experiences, what kind of clients do you want to have work with you, and what do you want your home to be like, and why. And I know I've given you a lot to think about, and I want you to try and let that go a little bit. If there are some intentions that you've got, then you can replay this video and go back after you've worked that out and do that. And it'll be powerful for you to do that at this time, just after the new moon. You've got another 24 hours if you can do that in the next 24 hours. And I'll try and, as soon as I've recorded this, get it live for you tonight. Even if it's late, you'll have it for the morning, so you've got all day tomorrow, and depending where you are in the world and when your next new moon is. But wherever you're doing it, it doesn't have to be around that time. It's just a powerful time. It gives you a cycle to follow, that you can set yourself up and know what you want to have. Anyway, so we're going to go in that said. Also want to just ask you, one of the reasons I wasn't live, I found a lot of contrast going on in the last few days. And if any of you got to catch Elizabeth's video, she was saying about, and Abraham mentions this is a time of great contrast. People talk about the dawning of Aquarius, where we're coming up to that. We're in that phase of energy, of consciousness. Lots of people are more aware and pushing forward in what we are doing in our lives. There's amazing people out there and helping people that want to move forward. And I think if you're watching this video, you're probably one of those people that's drawn to me for that reason, as I am drawn to speak about those things. So how do you deal with that with everyday life? And one of the things I found is that when they say there's great contrast, if you have momentum about a particular subject, so you've got, and I love this, if you've got, I think I might have shared the video where Dr. James talks about the BS, the belief systems, our own BS, basically, our own belief systems are what create what we have in our life. And getting past our own BS is important, in my opinion, because we've got to get over ourselves. Sometimes we have certain beliefs, we've got certain thoughts. Maybe it's about that person that whenever you meet them, they are always feel like they drain you, and you've got a belief about that. So therefore you continually, that's the story that you tell yourself, that's the story that you have about that situation, and your expectation is what was creating that. So being aware of that, how do you change it? It is literally changing. And I mentioned Joe Dispenza and how you can changing your belief system and changing how your thought patterns, outwardly knowing something your subconscious and your body is almost used to it. It's like people that suffer from PTSD, if I'm pronouncing that, is it? Yeah, PTSD. So even to the, I'm not, for people that are, they get up in the mornings and they're stuck in traffic and they used to be stressed at 9 o'clock. On the days that they're off, around that time, their body is used to, subconsciously is used to being around that time in a stressful situation. They had that expectation and it's on auto. You're like you're literally driving. You don't think about how you do when you're driving, if you're a driver. You do it on autopilot. Your subconscious, you don't, once you've learned to brush teeth, once you've learned to walk, you do those things when you're in your learning curve. And that's what happens, like when kids are learning in this first 7 years, subconsciously they're learning and they're picking up all these stuff that's around them and these ways of doing stuff that we as then adults then replay and do, so like without imprinting, they call it. So changing your blueprint, you hear a lot of that, people, about how you can do that with business. Well, it's the same with us. So why am I rambling on about this now? Well, you do that with your beliefs. It may be that you brought up a certain way and we subconsciously, we do those things that we were taught. And it may be that some of those are good things and really lovely, like look both ways when you cross the road. It may be that some of those are irrelevant now. Don't talk to strangers is I think to say when you're a kid, but if you carry on with not talking to strangers when you're trying to meet people, it's not quite the same, is it? So some of those beliefs can help us, but some of them can hinder us. So it's changing them and evaluating what works for you and constantly reassessing stuff as you learn new things. And the brain, like I was saying with its expectation, you want to get yourself into the space where your expectation is that whatever situation you have, you've got that. You're able to take a breath and you from here, although you work from here, but consciously connected to here, from your inner being, from your soul, and not using your BS or using it in that sense. So meditation can help you do that. It can help you release. Mindfulness to begin with, and getting out of your head and just getting in the moment is good for the stress for now. And then you might feel, if you've only just starting and this is something that's new to you, feel emotion coming up, start to feel more momentum, speed up. I've often heard people say, but I've started doing all this stuff and I'm following all the law of attraction, and obviously like all this hitting the fan. Because the stuff that you've had belief systems and momentum about starts to speed up, starts to happen, like dang, all these things. And you kind of got to clear that out of yourself. And then that's what meditation, more elastic form of meditation, can help you do. If you can do, I would recommend 15 minutes when you first wake up and 15 minutes before going to bed. Between 5 and 15 to start with 3 minutes. It's like anything, it's building up, it's getting yourself into those habits. Like lots of our Wellness Wednesdays interviewees have said, and they do this process, and I certainly find it helps. If I don't do it, I've got a BS system of it. Oh, then I'm not, what do I do then? So I'm going to quiet my mind because I'm rambling and I wanted you guys to be able to benefit. So close your eyes. Keep them open. If you've got something you can focus on, please do. Start to become aware of my voice, if you haven't already, with the rambling, and be aware of your breath, of just how, don't change your breath, just start to become aware of how you're breathing, where you're breathing. So feeling the air going through and in and out. Whether it's your chest, whether it's in your stomach, you can feel the movement, the sensation. Any sound in the background, the sound of your breathing. me, the sound of him by me, the sense of his presence as well. I can sense that energy next to me. Lovely energy. The sense of the room and the presence energy around you. We've been doing this for a while. If you've been following me for a while, you might be able to now, when I say this and you start to just come into this, you're aware of what's around you. But all of what can you taste? What can you see if your eyes are open? The smell, the rhythm of your breath, the feel of the clothes. If you're laying down while you're doing this, as it's evening, when it's posted, it will be late if you've got it on before going to bed. The feel of the covers, fabric of your clothes, or what you have around you, whether you're cold, whether you're warm. How are you feeling right in this moment? Allow yourself to feel that, and don't judge how you're feeling. Don't start to think, oh, I'm not relaxing, or I'm not in, so this thought's coming in, or I'm angry still, I'm agitated. Just observe what you're feeling without judgment. Just want you to sit with yourself and be aware. And if you close your eyes, actually sort of imagine yourself up behind your forehead and that you're looking out, and just breathing and sitting and being present inside, looking outwards around you at what is going on around you energetically, the presence of anyone else in the house, becoming aware of that. I always do that and then laugh instantly, but I just want you to practice that. Now, if you do have your mirror, this is where I want you to use it. Even if you've had your eyes open, I want you to grab your mirror. I've obviously got the video up in front of me as a mirror. You can use your phone if you want to for that. Use the camera on your phone without recording. But I just want you to look at yourself, sitting with yourself, observing yourself. Details. If any thoughts come up, don't judge, just observe. Seeing, observing your breath, the smells again, still being aware of your senses. Any details that you're looking into your own eyes. And that knowingness looking back at you. And if you can, and I know for some people, if you're finding this hard, it's to put a hand on your throat, because it's to say to yourself, I'm willing to learn if you struggle with this. Otherwise, you don't need to say that, but you are enough. You are loved. You're enough. I love you. Whatever is going on in my life right now, it's my intention for this or something better. I love you. Thank you for this time and taking the time for you. Closing your eyes. Breathing in, breathing out. And we're going to do a little self-hypnosis, and don't worry, trust me, I'm not going to tell you anything. You're going to be setting the intentions. But to get you there and to help with those brainwaves to get you in that state, I want you to close your eyes, but I want you to look up. So if I do this while I'm looking with my eyes open, I'm looking up to my third eye, but we do it with our eyes closed, okay? So looking up, looking up, looking up. And you might feel a bit of a strain with your eyes. It might even ache a little bit, but try and do it as long as you can. And keep looking up. But keep your eyes closed and keep looking up. Keep looking up and keep looking up. Looking up, looking up, looking up. And then I want you to tuck your chin down. And this is a good time now to relax the eyes. And as you're looking down, you have your chin, I want you to feel that sense of you're looking over a balcony, where you're standing at the top of the stairs, you're standing at the top of the cliff, and the real sense of that, you're up high and you're looking down. And we're going to go down these stairs. As we're going to do this, we're going to go deeper and relax deeper and be more present with ourselves. The more you do this, the more relaxed you feel. And nothing bad is going to happen. Only you are in charge, you are present, you are loved, and you are enough, and you are safe. And if you feel at any time that you feel uneasy, then I just want you to, your anchor, come back to this point. This is your anchor at the top, aware and having your senses, okay? And feeling the presence of your feet below you. That is your anchor. If you get lost at any point, you can come back. It's like your thread to draw you back to you and the present moment. But for now, I want you to look down, because we're going to walk down some steps. Now, these steps may be different for each of you. They may be polished, they may be rough, they may be walking like a shory, rocky crag down to the beach. Depending on how you're feeling and where you want to go, we are going to walk down. As you walk down step 1, take a deeper breath and breathing in, exhale. As you walk down step 2, you can even feel your feet and the motion of you moving forward as we descend and step 2. Breathing in again and going deeper, We're walking down to step 3. Keeping your eyes closed, keeping your awareness on the step and that feeling of you descending, and step 4. And as you descend, you're feeling more relaxed, you're feeling more connected to yourself, you're closing in on that feeling, that elusiveness of total oneness. As we take step 5, we're going deeper. Breathing constantly, feeling the breath and going deeper, and we're going to step 6. Breathing in, breathing out, and we're going to step 7. Feeling safe, feeling loved, feeling like we are enough, and we're going to step 8. And we're going deeper. You're going deeper still, and you're feeling with every step as we take another step. Step 9, you are feeling more relaxed, more yourself, more connected with that awareness, super aware and supercharged in that awareness as we take our final step, 10. Breathing easy. You don't have to change your breath, just breathing easy in and out. And now on this step, there's an image in front of you. It's a reflection. It could be a reflection on water. It could be a reflection in a mirror. You could be in a home, you could be on a beach, you could walk down through the woods and there's a pool of water that's reflecting. That reflection you see is of the moon, the new moon, and that darkness. And as you stare into that openness, you feel safe. And you see the reflection of yourself. The reflection is of yourself in this present moment, in the now. But the reflection's like a TV screen. And as we look at the reflection, and as we remember whatever intention we wanted, we are going to visualize ourselves seeing that reflection, reflecting back to us what we are currently manifest now. We're going to change it as it evolves in what we want to be the case of our intent, the person that we want to be, in the things that we want to have represented in that reflection. What we want to do. I want you to see that image of yourself. I want you to see that person and look that reflection in the eyes, remembering the image that was in the mirror, knowing that regardless of what is, that person is pure, infinite, divine love from core. And that infinite divine love is going to reflect back from those desires that you have what you should be doing. Seeing yourself, seeing in the image and in the reflection of the mirror or the ripples on the water of the reflection that you see of yourself. Think of what you want to have and do and be. See it in the reflection happening, like you're watching a movie of those things actually happening. And we're going to be still for a moment while you do that. I'm going to give you a few minutes. I'm going to time it. I'm going to give you 3 minutes to do that. Whether it's for the next month or the next year or the next 3 years, I want you to focus on and feel how that would feel. For seeing that happening, like you're watching the movie of your life. Really think about the thoughts, the emotions, and the details. Who are you with? How are you feeling? Use your senses. Is there a smell that's associated with that? Is there a colour? Is there something that you can touch and feel? The great details that are reflecting back. And now you have had time to see that. I want you to step into the mirror. Become part of the reflection. Imagine that it's you are the reflection. You're no longer watching, you're experiencing it. You're really feeling what it would be like, looking out as if it's already happened, and you're looking back and remembering and thinking back across time and space like that's happened, because it already has. You've only to line up with it. And you do this by staying connected to your heart. Spend a bit more time there. You laughing, joking, who's with you, really reveling and milking those feelings. And now I want you to be in a place of gratitude and be thankful for them and appreciating that. It's Thanksgiving. Let's be thankful. Let's look back like we're looking back on the last year of our lives, on the last 3 years, and being really thankful for all these amazing experiences, all these wonderful feelings and interactions, and seeing yourself doing and being those things. And in this stillness, breathing still. In the place of thankfulness, we're going to send thankfulness to all of the things around us and all the objects that may be included in that vision of yours, wherever it is that it would take place, to anyone that it will involve or possibly could involve, sending energy out to that and thanks. For the people involved, for the technology involved, food, whoever makes it, clothing shops, and the shop attendant, whatever, bring in as many details and thank as many people that are possibly involved in that whole of that year. And when you're ready, we're going to bring ourselves back into the now. But before we do, let's just come back into the present, looking at that person. And before you go back, is there anything that future you needs to tell you, that you need to know in order for this to happen? And she's going to give you something that's a visual representation. It's a gift. So I want you to hold out your hands, and when you look down, there will be something. There will be something there that represents something only to you, that will represent where you need to go and the insight to lead you and guide you to that future you. And say thank you and hug that you. You love that you. That you is you. And thank you. You hold the gift and take it with you in that image, and we make note. Taking it into our hearts. Now, let's send love to where we are right now, because where we are right now is okay too. And it's not a bad place. because it's guided us to where we want to be. So send love and thanks to yourself for your experiences that got you to where you are in this moment. Send love to the room around you, to the energies around you, human, animal, mineral, inanimate object, everything. The space, like you're looking at everything, and it's a completely, like a computer generated image almost. Everything is made up of energy. We're sending love to that, from the core of us to the core of them. Sending it out to everything around you. I mean everything. Out to the neighborhood, the rest of the house, wherever you are, the room you're in. Just keep going out until you're up, looking down on the earth and sending it to where it needs to go in our world. Whilst we're here, totally immersion, that deep dive that we've just had, let's send that out. I want you to imagine everyone that's watching. I have my hands, I'm holding yours. We're holding each other's in a huge circle, sending out energy to wherever it needs to go in our lives and those around us, in our world and those around us, to any situations that it needs to go to. I'm thankful. And if there's anything that niggles, anyone that still you feel like you don't want to send, I want you to be thankful for that lesson and that love lesson, and we're going to release that. Thank you for the love and the growth lesson. I release you and I set you free from not being what I expected you to be. Forgive me for my expectations, and I forgive you for not being what I wanted you to be it situation or person. And I'm moving forward because I'm going to be that person that I've just hugged. I have my gift of insight, my gift and visual representation to guide me where I need to go next. Infinite, inspired actions that I need to take. And now I want you to become aware of the room you're in. Feel your feet on the floor or the carpet. Feel the clothing and the fabric around you. Become aware of your breath. And just before we go, I want you to surrender to that you and to that moment. In order to be and move forward and be that person, you have to have faith. Faith in you, faith in God, faith in something that is more than you. But you need to surrender to that which is more than. To that future you. To that which is beyond you, to universe and source and divine intelligence, or even just to yourself, whatever aligns with your own BS, as we said, your own belief systems. Hand that over. Surrender. May this future me come into being, or something that is better for the good of all. My love and thanks. Deep breath in. Deep breath in. Becoming aware of your body. And when you're ready, and only when you're ready, then I want you to open your eyes. And before you do, just to be aware of your fingers, wiggly, maybe wiggle your toes. Start to move your body about. Maybe do a little stretch like this. On my head, feels good. Tense the body and release. And when you're ready, I want you to open your eyes. If you're still awake, if you're listening this tonight, whether you're awake, whether you're asleep, this will have gone into your subconscious. I hope you're in a place of gratitude and be thankful for all of this year. Although I'm in the UK and we don't celebrate Thanksgiving here, I've started a family tradition where I just want my family to state out loud what we're grateful for this whole year and the things in my life, like I do in my journal, but out loud with my family, and just to say how grateful I am for you, for our community, and for them. So thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for viewing the videos. Thank you for liking and subscribing and sharing. Please feel free to share this with someone that you feel it will benefit. That's the whole point, to share the love and share that feeling and getting us in good space. And of course, I would be really, really happy if you want to purchase one of my packs for Christmas or for a gift or for yourself. And they will be up on Etsy shortly. If not, in the meantime, I'm just tweaking and adding little bits to them for just to make them just right for you. And in the next few days, that will be up. And I will, if you want one of those, just message me or put on the PM me, put your name, yes please, pack, or just write pack, hashtag pack in the comments below. That's another thing, and then I'll know to send you the link where you can purchase that, so you can download it at home, or if you want the physical packs, I have them here, you can do to help you. Otherwise, I have workshops coming up where we would do this sort of thing, but we're going much more into a deep dive. This is just the tip of the iceberg, but I hope that that meditation's helped you. And I'm sending my deepest love and blessings to you. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a fabulous evening, fabulous Thanksgiving if you're watching in the US, and a wonderful week. Let me know how things go and how you're feeling, as I said about the contrast we referred to. Just don't judge yourself, your emotions. Just remember that your point of power is in the now, and this too shall pass, is that saying? So you've only got to wait. You've only got to meditate. It's my you're only one meditation away. Let's get those brainwaves up where in the what's the word? Not volcano. Vagus nerve, where we want it to be, to help us out with moving forward. Anyway, happy Meditation Monday. My love and blessings to you. Again, thank you.